This is Mrs. Michael, and I'm reading Nothing But the Truth by Avi, Chapter 8. Monday, March 26th. Memo, Harrison School District, where our children are educated, not just taught. Dr. Albert Seymour, Superintendent, Mrs. Gloria Harlan, Chairman, School Board. To Margaret Narwin, from Dr. Gertrude Doan, Principal, Harrison High School, regarding application for grant. Dear Peg, as much as I would like to be supportive, and while I can wholeheartedly approve of your desire to take the workshop New Approaches to the Teaching of Literature for Today's Students, I am afraid I cannot give it formal approval. The problem, as you have foreseen, is severely limited district money. Such funds as are available for teacher support of this nature have already been allocated. In fact, the last of them just went to Kimberly Howard, the music teacher, who will be taking a summer course in marching band techniques, something that will give pleasure to so many people and it is hoped encourage greater attendance at athletic events. School Superintendent Seymour is very high on sports as a community bond. Need I say more? Finally, with the budget crisis at hand, the budget vote looms large. It's hard to plan anything at this time. I do want to say on a personal level how much I admire your willingness to expand your intellectual and teaching horizons. You have always been one of our best teachers, and I know you will continue to be so. If there is any way I can facilitate your taking this course, other than with district funds, please let me know. You can always count on me. Sincerely, Gert, Dr. Gertrude Doan. 11:20 a.m. Discussion between Coach Earl Jameson and Philip Malloy. Philip Malloy. Coach Jameson? Coach Jameson. Oh, Phil, come on in, boy. Nice to see you. Sit down. Make yourself at home. Philip Malloy. I got your note. You wanted to see me? Coach Jameson. Been reading about the Philadelphia Classic track meet. Philip Malloy. Got a great runner from this school in Pittsburgh. Coach Jameson. Steve Halleck? Philip Malloy. Really great, fast, and strong. Coach Jameson. Sure, looks like it. Philip Malloy. Coach Jameson? Coach Jameson. What's that? Philip Malloy. I've been practicing every day, working hard. I really have. Coach Jameson. Have you? That's great. I heard you were a hard worker. That's the way to do it. Your dad was a runner, wasn't he? Philip Malloy. Yeah, he was good. Had to quit. Coach Jameson. What happened? Philip Malloy. Family stuff. His father got sick or something. Couldn't stay in college. Coach Jameson. Yeah, it's never easy. Philip Malloy. I'm really up for the tryouts. I got some class shoes. Worked them in. I think we're going to be county champs. Coach Jameson. Hope so. Look, Phil, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I've got a copy of your winter term grades here. Philip Malloy. You do? Coach Jameson. Well, I have to check these things. Saves problems later on. You know, there's a school rule, actually a district rule, that you can't be on a team unless you've got a passing grade in every subject. A passing grade. Philip Malloy. A passing grade? Coach Jameson. Yes, in high school. A passing grade. Philip Malloy. I didn't know. Coach Jameson. Well, high school. The point is, Phil, see here, look, it looks like you don't have, all passing grades. Look here now, there's a D here. Philip Malloy. I never heard that rule. Coach Jameson. In your student handbook. Read it. Philip Malloy. I don't think anyone does. Coach Jameson. This grade isn't too bad. And this grade, fine. The one that really hurts is here. English. Now, if you could have gotten that up a notch, just a bit, even a C-, but a D isn't, by the rules, passing. So I guess we've got a problem. Philip Malloy. We do? Coach Jameson. Afraid so. Look. Philip Malloy. It's Miss Narwin. I keep trying to get her to like me. She won't. She's so old-fashioned. Boring. Coach Jameson. Now, Phil, I know she's tough. Is there any point in your talking to her? Philip Malloy. Me? Coach Jameson. Sure. Philip Malloy. Could you? Coach Jameson. What about your doing extra work? I mean, it's no good this way. Philip Malloy. What do you mean? Coach Jameson. The rule As it stands now, Phil, it's not me saying this, but this rule, you're not even allowed to try out. And I'm not going to kid you, this does mess with the team. Philip Malloy, honest, I didn't know about that rule. Coach Jameson, exactly. You need passing grades. See, rules been around for a long time. Philip Malloy, no one ever told me, and I'm practicing every day. Coach Jameson, sure. Philip Malloy, it's so unfair. Coach Jameson, well, in high school, Philip Malloy, I mean, you can't kid around with her or anything. Coach Jameson, Phil, if there's one thing sports teaches, and I'm always saying this, all the guys will tell you, sometimes you have to go along to get along. That's the whole thing about sports. Go with the flow. Philip Malloy, I think it's a personal thing with her. It really is. She has it in for me. I mean, I shouldn't be in her class. Could you get me switched? Coach Jameson, maybe if you talk to her, do some catch-up work. How about it? Promise to hit the books, extra stuff. Bet you could. Look, everything I've heard suggests you're fast, real potential. This is a big disappointment. Philip Malloy, I mean, if I knew it was a rule. Coach Jameson, yeah, one thing sports teaches, a rule is a rule. It isn't always easy. Philip Malloy, I didn't know. Coach Jameson, well, thing is, now you do. 1:30 p.m. Discussion in Margaret Narwin's English class. Miss Narwin, now class, during the first few weeks of this new term, we'll be reading William Shakespeare's Julius Caesar. How many of you have ever read a play by Shakespeare before? Well then, you're in for a treat. You are not an educated person unless you have read Shakespeare. Philip? Philip Malloy, what? Miss Narwin, I'd rather you look up at me, not out the window. Philip Malloy, I was listening. Miss Narwin, can you repeat what I said? Philip Malloy, we're reading something. Miss Narwin, William Shakespeare. Philip Malloy, whatever you say. Miss Narwin, Philip, I think I've suggested before that your comments can be tiresome. Now please try to stay with me. Philip Malloy, yeah,